Maybe I might put this on again this year. Become Batfro again, like last year. Remember, guys. Remember last year. No? Okay. I think I broke my mask. Hold up. Happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen! Oh, one of my favorite holidays of all time. Yeah. Halloween is the time when I feel like I can mostly express myself because there's a lot of media related stuff. For example, you see people dressing up in costumes, and I really feel at home when that happens. I really do. I do. And to make it feel more at home on my channel, Halloween Special It 2017. Not the miniseries. I would have to wait a milestone till I get to that one, because, oh boy, I got some things to say about the original. But this one I feel like is so well done and so expertly crafted that it was the perfect movie to talk about on this channel for Halloween. First and foremost, I cannot begin the review without mentioning the freaking clown that's terrorized people for years. Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise is the Pennywise that I prefer. Tim Curry is meant to play off that clown-like mentality, like that clown. He's more of a clown. If you read the book or you know about Pennywise, then you would know that he doesn't really, he'll act like a clown here and there, but for the most part, he's bad at this. Like, he'll drool when he gets impatient. And they nailed it with Bill Skarsgård. Especially that little eye trick he does. A lot of people think that's CGI. That's actually real. Bill Skarsgård can actually make his eye go the opposite direction. And I thought that was dope, man. Like, I'll tell you right now, look. Tim Curry is easily iconic. For all the right reasons. I mean, why wouldn't he be? He's the original Pennywise. The original. But sometimes they just do it more closely adapted to the book, where it feels more realized, and in some ways it's more terrifying. Because I'll tell you right now, I wasn't scared of clowns, I still am not, but there are parts in there when I remember when this movie came out in 2017, gosh, I was just beginning my year in high school, I think. And at that point, I felt like not going to sleep after seeing that performance. Like, I would watch clips online from the It movie, and I would just stay up all night and just kind of sit with the light on all the time and wait till I get tired enough to fall asleep, because I was like, some of the stuff It was doing in this movie actually did kind of freak me out. Not the clown, but the stuff that It was transforming into and the way he was scaring the kids just did bother me a lot. And I can see why it makes a lot of people scared of clowns. And if you guys have chlorophobia, then you probably shouldn't watch this movie. I mean, it's a clown movie, a scary clown movie. Why would you watch it in the first place? Bottom line, Bill Skarsgård, wonderful as Pennywise, very, very good. The idea of Pennywise has to play off the kids and what they are. And of course, all the performances across the board for the kids is very well done, except for Stanley. Stanley that's not really the fault of the kid who acts as Stanley in the movie. That's more of the fault of direction and his lack of presence in the movie. That's not really his fault, per se. That's more of their fault for doing that. But he is a very weak link in the kids, and everybody else is fine. That's the thing. This feels like they really dive into these kids and these characters and dive into what makes them really scared. One way I could sum this up for this movie is that this movie feels like The Goonies with Pennywise in it. Like, The Goonies was already a bit edgy before, but they decided to make it like R-rated Goonies. So they went all out with everything, and you can feel that, and I personally enjoy that about this movie. It makes it, in a weird way, a very fun experience. Like, to be quite honest, when I watch this movie now, and when I rewatched it for this review, I actually had way more fun watching this movie than I did back then, because it really did feel like I was watching like a Goonies movie with horror movie elements in there. And that made it very, very fun and makes it a very fun Halloween movie. Now, of course, since this is based off a very long book, you can't give everybody development like they need to, and the bullies suffer heavily from that. I heard the bully is more developed in the book. That's what I heard. I didn't read through the whole thing. I just read through a little bit and I was like, okay, I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable. But yeah, the bully, I heard he's really, really developed in the book, and in that regard, they make him more terrifying. In this one, it's more like the stereotypical bully, but with like a psychotic serial killer edge to him. And to me, that really didn't really work, considering we've seen that a billion times, and it's just no development really besides he has an abusive dad, and you know, other than that, that just gives him the right to kill people, right? I don't know, I didn't like the bully that much. And I also didn't like the rock fight that they have where they club each other in the head with rocks, which should lead to them going to the hospital. They're throwing rocks at each other. This isn't like paintballing or anything. That's straight up solid. Okay. And some of the things Pennywise does too, even though I said I appreciate the fact that they play off the fears of the kids and make them develop them to the point where you feel the fear for the kids and you feel it as well as an audience member. It's random at times. Like, it's very inconsistent considering at the beginning of the movie, he drew Georgie in, he made him scared for a minute. He drew him in again and then just killed him. Meanwhile, he's playing with them a bit more, which I understand Pennywise plays with his food to make them more tasty. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, and that's really a big flaw for me, personally. I'm just kind of like, well, why are you doing all this? Like, you killed Georgie no problem, and you almost got Stanley before, so like, why are you like wasting your time with like trying to like build up too much more suspense with these kids? Like, that's something that I don't understand about that. All in all, the screenwriting is fantastic. The characters are really well done. I love the dynamic between all the kids. They feel like legitimate kids that you would see on the street, just doing things that admittedly I used to do when I was younger. Not that much younger, but let's just say younger. And it just feels that much more believable, even though you have like this alien clown over here trying to kill these kids by turning into their worst fears. It feels more believable because they really do work. They know how to make these kids work, they know what to play off of, and they know how to sell the scene with them. And the shots in this movie are just fantastic. I love the cinematography of it. It looks amazing. Especially those shots on Pennywise. They know how to make those shots look disturbing. They know how to warp them around. They know how to do all this cool stuff with it to make the It character look a lot more dynamic than he would be behind the camera. So It is definitely a very fun horror movie to watch. Very violent though. If you have a problem with seeing kids die or kids get injured in like any movie, you really don't need to watch this one because a couple kids die. And I'm not saying that's good. It is very unsettling, but it definitely makes the stakes feel much more real, and it makes everything feel like there's a lot more danger to everything. I would say It is a great film. Not really too amazing, but at the same time, it's definitely very watchable and something that I do consider every Halloween. Thank you guys for watching so much, and remember,